Hey, it's Admin J, and right now I'm gonna respond to some of the first few comments on my vlog on when I got my first shot of vaccine. But before that, let's hit that intro. So I was alerted that we had a couple people commenting on my video, the one where I got my first shot on the COVID vaccine. So let's start answering some of those questions. So some of the first few comments we have from Dorothy Hills. She said, "Can you also post how you felt after getting your vaccine?" So actually, after about approximately 10 or 12 hours after getting vaccinated, I felt feverish, a little feverish, and I had some headache and my body felt fatigued and heavy. I even called my employer, to be honest, early in the morning because I thought I wasn't gonna make it to work that day. But I did take some Tylenol early in the morning. And eventually, the symptoms did wear off a few hours that I was able to work an entire day. However, the symptom only lasted about a day. So I feel it's important to discuss this because a lot of people are getting their vaccines right now. If you had tested positive, and I kind of got this data also from some of my coworkers who got their vaccines already, and if you tested positive like me, I tested positive 3 months ago, that means that I have been exposed to the virus, and that means my immune system has already experienced COVID. So those of us who already tested positive had a reaction, meaning we had fever, we had headache, we had some sort of symptom right after being vaccinated, but it only lasts for about a day. And I think that's a good sign. So don't get me wrong, it is a reaction, but it is a good sign. That means that my immune system is still recognizing the protein of the coronavirus, which means they are effectively fighting it off. So don't think that a reaction is a negative thing. It's actually a good thing. That means your body is responding to the virus, or to the protein of the virus in this case. So for those of you who got their first dose, and I know some of my colleagues who got their first dose, they only had like a sore arm and nothing else. One thing to watch out for is, because this is kind of your first exposure to the protein of the coronavirus, that means that if you do get your second dose, you may feel the same symptoms, like you may have some fever, a headache, or your body feels weighted or fatigued, and that's just a normal reaction because your body is trying to react to that vaccine, to that protein. That way it effectively fights it off. If the actual coronavirus does enter your body, that means your immune system is now well equipped to fight off the virus. I hope that answers your question, Dorothy Hills. So next question here we have from Kitty K. Perez. She said, how did you feel after the vaccine? Did you have any reaction? Like I said, it's the same response I had with Dorothy. So thank you for your comment, Kitty. And then we have Leo Guzman. From Leo Guzman, he said, "Ayos par, buti ka pa nakakuha na ng vaccine sa Pinas kaya kailan?" I actually have no information of when the Philippines will be getting their dose. I have no information or source at the moment when your vaccines will be arriving in the Philippines. But what I know is the legitimate vaccines right now, especially here in the US, are both Pfizer and Moderna. So watch out for those two brand names of the vaccine. Those are the, I think, legitimate two that you should take, because I did hear about some illegitimate vaccines being released in the Philippines. So do be careful of that. Yeah, so sa totoo lang, hindi ko alam kung kailan magkakaroon ng vaccine yung Pilipinas. I hope soon, kasi I know I think yung buong mundo nag-start na mag-receive ng vaccine. Next we have Anne Paz, sabi niya, this is very educational. I am looking forward to getting the vaccine. I hope the general public will get this soon. I am so tired of wearing masks. Me too. My face is already tired of the N95. Yes, I feel you, Anne. Okay, next we have Vincent de Guzman Jr. Sabi niya, mga 999 yun basically. Di ko pa rin na-gets haba-haba ng sinabi mo okay ka naman pagkatapos. Yeah, okay naman. Okay naman ako pagkatapos. Yeah, I'm sorry na hindi mo masyadong na-gets. Medyo nag-freely speak out yung mind ko lang nun sa panahon na yun, because I was just going home from getting the vaccine. But kung gusto mo, meron akong isa pang vlog na mas easier siguro maintindihan yung vaccine. Just find this link below. And 99,999 yun basically. Yeah, because I have a basic. Yeah, yun talaga yung yung mannerism when trying to explain. Parang, basic. Sorry. But thank you for your comment and your support. Next is from Carmen Alonzo. Sabi niya, it enlightened me because I am real scared to try the vaccine after the Dungvaxia scam in the Philippines. Do take care always for Cypher and Ella. Yeah, baka ito ngayong I think this is yung wrong vaccine or illegitimate vaccine na nangyari dun sa Philippines. So please be careful, guys. Right now, like I said, legitimate, especially like dito sa US, is yung Moderna and Pfizer. And then we have Singh, my cousin. She said, thanks kuya for this, very informative. I won't be afraid to be vaccinated. That's good. Yes, so I hope my vlog did get to help explain more about the vaccine. It's different, I think, for a lot of people, because I feel that a lot of people are just deciding because they're scared of all this other fake news, or people posting, oh, I had a bad reaction. Of course you're gonna have a bad reaction, but the thing is, if people are just basing their decisions on other people's reaction, being ill-informed basically by reading those fake news or other information that don't have legitimate sources to back up their information being given out to the public, I think that's also gonna affect how we're gonna move forward into normalcy if a lot of people are still skeptical about the vaccine. But the important thing, I think, is for people to make an informed decision, and this is actually right. So when, like your comment here, because you said very informative, I won't be afraid now to be vaccinated, and that's an important thing, to make an informed decision, because when you make an informed decision, that means you know what you're getting into. You are getting vaccinated because you know what the vaccine will do to your body and what it will prepare your body for. So I hope you do get your vaccine soon, and again, it's 2 doses. Make sure you prepare, especially for the second dose if you haven't been exposed, so that the next day make it your rest day. If you are getting your vaccines, guys, I hope that you get it on a day wherein the next day is a rest day. That way, whatever reaction you feel, since only about one day anyway, the following day you'll be able to go back to work. Okay, so those were the first few comments. If there are any other additional comments in the next few days, I will answer it again in my day off. But I hope it answers some of your questions, some of your urgent questions, and I know it's pretty important to answer it right now. That way you guys can stay informed out there and, you know, make that informed decision to get vaccinated, because that is gonna get us through this outbreak and through this pandemic, and that way the community will also be safe. Please stay safe out there, stay healthy, and as always, this is your guy Admin J. Always a pleasure and always at your service.